All right, what's going on, guys? We're back. CYN looking like the top watch right now. UWB trying to hold up. I'm just gonna wait for the breakout on this one.
All right, now we're back. Let's see. I would say main watches CYN, BWV. I think you keep holding up. I prefer CYN personally, because BWV is pretty choppy right now. It is holding up. It does make me want to take a positions in, see if we can test that previous high, and then go higher. But right now it's still below. It's being choppy. It's getting sold off into each perk here, but this was a nice move from the red to green area to the low sixes. What did SID do? Oops, wrong one. Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
There. Bounce plays not working out. This one from the morning ended up failing, getting stuffed at that red candle breakout level in the 120s or 130s here. Yeah. Not enough volume today, as you can see, to outdo all this and push through higher, filter through all these shares and second shorts and push to 1.5 plus. So boring little play there, but CYN looking very good, holding the high fours. I think this could be a play to the mid 5s to 6 area still. I'm considering taking a position here. See if we keep getting high to lows. Because we got that little breakdown here. But as you can see, it didn't really have much selling pressure behind it. Held around this consolidation morning high area and came right back to hold VWAP, go sideways above VWAP here, right around 475, which is the area we're looking for it to hold. So if it continues to go sideways here, make higher lows, ideally some volume starts coming in, we can definitely get a push to the high of day and then to the mid 5s at least from there.
Yeah, that's all my plan was. Right now, I have a small position at 488. I did take a position here, Fatty, at 490 when it was making this higher low of VWAP. And then it just kind of cracked and stopped me out right after. Stopped out at 472. And then I saw it come right back and start making, when it was holding here, I took a position.
I was about to. I'm even considering it heavily right now. I just want to let it develop a little more, considering the market and seeing how he had this pullback. It wasn't a lot of volume, but still having a hard time, still really climbing back quickly. Not much volume's coming back here. Just kind of have a gradual downtrend in volume. But here we are holding. Pretty good risk reward, risking about 13 cents for possible 60 cents. So I like the risk reward, it's within 5%. I can manage that to be within $150 max loss. A little bit of volume kind of gearing back here, but need to see some more ideally. BWV with the failure. Just getting stuffed. Here we are, overhead resistance still. Having a hard time continuing higher. Each spike, as we said, is getting pushed lower. This was really the cleanest move here. Besides that, a lot of choppiness. Doesn't mean that over the rest of the week, it's done. As long as this generally keeps holding up trend, I'll still be looking for a play over 17. Ideally, we'll be patient. Or not 17, 710, sorry. For a move higher. But right now, solid bottom. Trying to make some higher lows. If this could continue, this trend, we could definitely see a test of 7 and ideally higher. But right now, it's just a waiting game to see how things set up. Not going to try to anticipate a play. We're going to let the play come to us. It's easy.
Did you take a position?
Yeah, I was literally just about to mention it. I think that's else. I just took 300 shares. 92. I'm gonna be risking probably 75. Give it a little bit of wiggle room around VWAP. As you can see here, it's gonna be a small loss if it does end up being a loss. But it is kind of within this range, trying to hold the VWAP in that level we're talking about in the high 4s, over 475. We got this. Let me check out a different time frame too. Volume got exhausted here. That's not that pretty, so this could easily be a lower high with the downtrend and fading volume. But it is also having this uptrend here as well. Let me see another time frame. So here, what do we see? So we got some heavy selling here, but then it really starts kind of having a hard time to really push lower, even though the price did. Volume wise, much lighter on this candle, and then we instantly start climbing back. So that's why I was looking to really get in here. Didn't finish that great, but we're still holding up. We'll see what momentum we get here. Very low selling going on. If that could continue, we might be able to squeeze shorts out and really get the move on. I'm assuming you didn't take him on a walk. That's kind of it. I'll be looking to add into higher lows. I'm gonna kill you. Now it's just a waiting game. See if it could uptrend, continue to get volume, and do the plan that we want. Jax, relax. I don't know why you think this is hilarious. We're literally live trying to trade. See light volume here on this selling, even though it's a little, the price from 93 dipping 10, 13 cents here, not looking great. But volume is not spectacular. Let's see if we can keep holding up here. So I would go in with the starter, small size. If it doesn't work out, we're going to be taking roughly $60 loss. A little under that.
So far, this could be a nice triple bottom. Holds up. 480.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oof. Oof. But right now, there's really nothing. Coming back here midday just to see what we could get. There's a little bit more action kind of going on. Yo, what's up? What's up? How's it going?
I'm gonna feed Gus.
Okay, I'll throw him outside.
Yes. Do your thing. Get that dog out of here. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool, cool. Thanks for the alert, active trader. Yeah, there really is nothing. Let me bring out my laptop, see if there's any other new plays.
Evax got shit on.
Might be getting stopped out of this soon. But it is low selling. See if the uptrend could continue. And we don't get a lower high, because if we do get this lower high, it might get ugly quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about.
But that low volume is what's really keeping me on the dips. So it's giving me more wiggle room, more relaxation in this play, just because the selling is not significant. Alright, let's see the scanners here.
It's trying to hold.
Trash, MICT. Low price play. What's this? It's definitely a decent spike, good chart. Yeah, that was a nice play of the day. Low, huge volume, not. Guess I'll wait to analyze it since you're still going this one.
Are you not in anymore?
I'm still in, I have my stop set and everything. The only thing that sucks too is when it's bouncing, it's also on low volume. Quite indecisive right now.
Or did you want to go over?
MICT. That's a pretty good play for the morning. The only thing really holding up. I noticed it earlier, but it was just lower price. We usually stay away from it. But just something to really go over. You know how the trend holds. You know, you got the same lessons that we always talk about. It is just cheaper price. How you have the open price, hold,
I think it's
in
a
the morning,
breakout play
the
too.
pre-market high break, and then you got the 83-cent area breakout. Yeah, consolidated, got right to 80 cents, which is pre-market highs. Failed to break down, helped VWAP, continued trend. Volume faded when it was dipping, and it started coming back as it was uptrending, showing some strength behind the move. As there's not many participants on the sell side as there are on the buy side, and you get this continuation. The only reason I don't like it is the price. The float is going to be a lot higher, so you're going to need a lot more volume. So, you know, they don't always, they work out. Just because I stay away from them doesn't mean they don't work out. It's just I like my odds better with the 1 to 15 price range. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that. Some buying coming in with CYN, a little perk. Does have a 1% spread, roughly. For a moment it did. Now it's coming together a little.
Still perk in volume so
Yeah.
far.
That's
Just
encouraging to see. If more buying comes in, I'll probably be adding. I'll double my position
good. We get some higher lows
and just
here.
wait for a 50-cent move. Quick 10%. Locking around $300. Takes us to the mid fives like I want. And yeah, that's just the plan. Now it looks like it's trying to set up quite nicely. Do the math here. Where would my average be? 92. I buy the high days. It's 25 cents. 25. Put me in the low fives. Okay.
See how this dip holds so
Yeah.
far, not too much volume.
Right. That's quite encouraging. Showing some strength. And with adding, you'll see us adding usually as it's uptrending and continuing to go higher. We're not really interested in adding into losers. If it's going sideways like this, I wouldn't call that a loser. It's just consolidating. Not too bad to add a rat like at or above your average already. But if you're scaling into it some more as it's really downtrending, pulling back much lower than your price average, probably not that smart of add. So we're only trying to add into the winners and cut the losers on small size, and that's really how we stay profitable. The margin between my losses and my gains, it's quite a big gap between the two. It shrunk a little bit last month, but what was it, the month before? March. It was spectacular. It was like 400 something bucks average gain, and then the average loss was like 93 bucks, and it was just amazing. You go back to that YouTube video reviewing the month of March, I go into it. But yeah.
So far, dipping on some light volume. Holding
BWV, a
up.
choppy
There we
play,
go.
but holding up still. Red green, it held it. And VWAP.
I want to see it above 5.
I need to see some more volume to make me convinced that that push past 5 and whatnot is going to be strong. So far looking good. Overall right now I like the trend though. You know, as you can see, I know it's not a whole ton of volume, but the bumps of buying are much better and higher than the selling. So looking like some more buying's coming through. Looks like the scale is maybe tipping back into the buyer's favor. Still a waiting game until it really breaks above 5 and shows us that it's not making a downtrend, and we're going to continue this uptrend. And this recent high right below 5 is not a lower high. Still a waiting game for that. So as long as it's below 5, I'm going to be a little nervous, but I like the volume generally so far.
Fade in volume.
I'll be reaching a breaking point soon. Let's get some volume. Convince me. Let's go. Here we are. A little perk. Come on, let's get above 5 convincingly. Let's see some more volume. See some more buying. Come on. Let's push, push, push. I do like how right now it is riding on the top end of the trend line, not the lower trend line. Showing that it is trying to break it. It does want to hug that level.
Come on, baby. Fatty, why does everybody hate my dog?
Cause he's a fucking headache. Ruins everything. Okay, that's fine.
Here we go. Big seller there at 5. So I took another 100 shares. I got my average up to 493. And here we go through 5.
Alright, so my risk is now gonna probably be VWAP instead of 475. I'm gonna bring it up to 479. I just added a little bit, not a little bit, I doubled my shares. It is still a small position, it is just 600 shares. Now my average is 496. Just looking for a quick 50 cents. That's it.
Yeah, I
Take
think
a quick snipe right into the goals of the mid fives, at least to touch that area. In this market environment, I'm going to be taking quick snipes. This is already something I haven't tracked and not that comfortable with. So, gonna keep the risk tight, and we'll see where we go here.
I'd like to see a nice push to higher day.
A little bit of volume coming through here. Adjust my stop. To see some more volume, but right now I do like the uptrend. What is this? What minute? 15 or 5? Okay, so the past 15 minutes, gradual uptrend in volume, matching the gradual uptrend in price. So we do see some strength behind that buying. Come on.
I like that 5 is holding.
Decent buying going on. I guess 7,000 shares right there, just printed. 505. It's not too bad. Now the selling coming through, but smaller size it seems. Nope, heavy selling here.
So far the dip is on lighter volume.
Bit of a nasty pullback. Not insane volume. Could just be a higher low here. I really would have preferred it hold 5. change it.
Hmm? See, this is still holding trend.
Fuck is it over there? Let's see if how it cracks. 480, how it tests that area. That might be an area of where I'll probably just sell off if it can't hold this triple bottom. Cracks a trend here, cracks a VWAP. Won't be that nice considering, you know, this bump in volume here is a little bit weaker than what we saw early on. So we're still not out of it yet. We still gotta see a little more before we get convinced that this is gonna be a strong move. Right now it's quite frustrating just chopping around. Is this your alert?
Yeah.
A little lower.
No, it was from earlier.
Oh, I guess, yeah. But still, it was like right on the high J. Give you a little bit of time to see it. Kind of getting a little bit of a volume push compared to what we got here, but still nothing significant like it was earlier in the day. So maybe if I recognized that earlier, might have been a little less eager to get in and size up. But we'll see how this keeps holding.
Just needs more volume.
Yeah, that's what's missing. That's something we always talk about. Without volume, without eyes on the play, you can't really do much. It's not just about price alone. It's about the energy and force behind the move. And you get that from volume. Without it, there's no price action.
Jax, can you drop the leash, please? Hey, drop it. Drop. Drop. Come with us. Drop it.
Think still gradually climbing as well. BWV. So far getting stuffed at 6 for now.
$35 loss on the day, so it's not bad. And there's still plenty of time in the day.
Yeah. I'll be cutting this off here in a moment. Let's see. What is it gonna do?
BWV not looking bad, just fading volume.
Not bad, BWV. CYN trying to hold here. There's just no volume. That's very discouraging at the moment.
No. Well, lay down, you could lay down. No biting. Go.
Water. Shit, 1 moment.
Hey.
CYN not looking fantastic right now. No. Gonna be stopped out here in a few cents. No. Hey. Oh. Over here, dude.
see how BWV holds up. I think I'm liking this now.
CYN looks like it wants to fall off a cliff now.
Hey.
Dude, no. We're not doing this right now. Come on. You getting in?
No, not yet.
Yeah, quite a boring morning. There's a couple snipes early on. MICT, I guess, was the play of the day. Still early. CYN could still hold up, come back.
Still gave a decent morning move.
Yeah, going red. Oh, this one? MICT, yeah.
And CYN.
CYN, not bad. Over that first initial move, going over 470, 475. There's a quick little profit angle to that quick spike.
Even 460 when it broke previous high day.
Luckily didn't stop out yet. Missed me by like a penny. Still no volume. That's frustrating to see.
What do I do?
I don't know. I don't know what you do. It's like we gotta stop streaming until he like becomes like a year old. Knows how to handle himself.
He's gonna like break something.
Watch him break the door. That'd be
Yeah, I
great.
was gonna hear the glass shatter.
Alright, this thing coming back here. Nice. Right below 5. Come on. Let's continue this. Please bring in some volume.
Good boy. Sit.
Minute not looking bad for CYN. It's just really the volume that we need.
See, I'm thinking we could possibly get that burst through Hive Day.
It is looking nice. Like, I just don't know if it's gonna do it today. Like, that's a lot. Going from the 4s to the 7s and then still expecting a breakout. I just don't know in this market environment if it can do that. Not saying it can't. We'll keep it on watch, but I'm thinking if it continues this throughout the week, it could definitely be a nice 7 break. But right now, just being a little patient with it. But overall, it is nice to see that it's continuing to uptrend, hold near 6, and not pull back and get stuffed completely. Can shorts please be fed up with this already? Start covering, bring in the buying that I'm looking for to give us a push. Let's go. TCRX. Some I just saw on the scanner. 13 million float. It's doing 2.5 volume. 2.5 million volume right now. Just had a nice move from 2 to 230. What's the news there? Change the price target to 15 from 21. So lower target on this. Got it moving a bit. Next up, PRPO. Low market cap, 22 million float, just under 5 million. Not great history. probably in this market environment a better short into a pop, being honest. But we do have a breakout over 126, which is right around high day. So if it could keep holding up around the 120s, keep uptrending, that could lead to a potential play.
CYN's holding up. Looks like I cut it a little too soon.
I felt it though. My frustration was getting to me too. Especially seeing it just fade, not even hold up at all.
I thought that if it started to crack here like I thought, it was just gonna come down, crack VWAP, and I didn't want to wait for that.
We'll see if it keeps holding trend here, but it's not completely dead yet, so it still has a chance.
Starting to
Ugly.
quickly.
Yeah. This is the frustrating play because the price action's just gonna side. There's just no volume. No volume. It keeps making lower highs now. Not looking encouraging at all. If I lose, I'll stop out for like a $9 loss. $96. Right around 480. But I'm trying not to get emotional with these lower volume dips that it has. There just isn't really much volume behind this right now. And that is my mistake. I should have recognized that earlier, how the volume really was compared to when it was moving earlier. And I'm paying the price for it, being stuck in a boring play, doing nothing right now.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, at least it looks like it's going to be a nice day out.
Yeah, at work. Fuck.
That is unfortunate. Not that nice.
It is kind of cold outside. It's not
Yeah,
that.
it's only supposed to hit
just sunny.
60.
Ugh. It's horrible. Come on, give us a play. Thought we'd be getting to a breaking point by now, but no.
Still just chopping around.
Yeah, that's midday. Most of the times too. We have been getting the occasional play midday, but I'm not getting it right now. I'm the wrong one.
I'm seeing this lower highs now.
It's making me sleepy. There are lower highs, but there are certainly higher lows as well that you can't ignore.
If this rips to 550, I'm gonna be
Dude, I'm gonna be so happy.
I'll be so butthurt because I can't.
I need a big sigh if I were to do that. Just, fuck yeah, I did what I want. It was worth it. Please don't give him energy, Jared. You got him riled up, you fucking idiot. Nice.
I just wanted a little love real quick.
Thanks, Jared. You're gonna ruin the rest of this. Because
Okay.
you needed some love.
No, I'm gonna take him over here. I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna call my landlord real quick.
Okay, do your thing. Do your thing. Not much going on anyways. Just sitting here hopping around.
No, I know, and I don't really want to force anything midday. I'd rather
Right.
wait until later.
I feel like this is kind of forced already. And it's gonna work out. I will be able to get a solid entry in the low fives or whatnot. So I'm going a bit premature. Trying to force something here for the live midday. Shouldn't have, but it happens. Thankfully, if I do lose, it's only going to be no more than $102 within my 5% max loss, my $150 max loss as well. Combining the two. What we need is volume. Keeps on fading. Hard resistance to the low sixes here. Getting stuffed. Yesterday's highs probably. Just a crappy day. Missed MICT, low price play. Not worried about that. Besides that, the market really has not provided anything today for longs. Everything's just selling off. On days like today, you know, it's good to take a break from the screen. Get away. No need to try to force something. The opportunities will be there. They'll come around. Just going through a slow period now, and that happens. The market ebbs and flows. It's not always going to be offering hot plays every 5 minutes, but when that time comes, you know, be prepared. Have the capital. Don't ruin yourself in these slower times and then not be able to capitalize when the market comes around. I've done that before. Ruin myself mentally, taking a bunch of losses and whatnot, thinking what I'm doing is just not working, which it wasn't, just wasn't working in the moment, and I was failing to recognize that. And then I'm mind fucked by the time the market comes back looking good, my plays are back in play, and everything's moving the way I want, how I would normally trade, just no confidence to trade. So definitely take these slower periods to study, prepare for the hotter periods. That's all I can really say about this choppy, slow market right now. Still, what do you call it, dude? SPY, selling off some, selling off some more here. Not looking good. That's kind of been everyone's looking at the past few days. Even got me looking at it, and I never look at it. You're just taking it a day at a time. This thing looks like it wants to die any moment. No volume supporting any of this, really. That's all we have stops. I got my stop set. Anything happens, might get shaken out for a few more cents than I had anticipated. So we'll see what happens there. If it really comes back and bites me in the ass. But right now, I just can't help but notice the uptrending. Each time it's getting sold off into, each time it tries to perk, but it's coming back and making higher lows, showing some strength. All it really need is a volume to accompany this, and we'll start getting, if it's a buying, obviously, we'll start getting the upwards action. If the volume that comes in is selling, it will just confirm this as a top, start breaking down, rather than confirm this as a base for a move higher. In times like these, it's really good to ignore, I haven't mentioned this, but it's good to ignore the level 2. When it's choppy and whatnot, you could get faked out by level 2. At one moment, this is looking strong, it's going to move a couple cents, then the ask is going to start looking stronger. It's just going to go back and forth. Use the level 2 really as a guide while it's spiking to try to see when the heavy selling starts coming through on the ask, and you'll start getting an idea where there might be some resistance levels where it's going to have a hard time really breaking if a lot of sellers come through and show on the level 2. And same thing while a place panicking, you can try to time a bottom out, recognizing where a lot of buyers are coming in on the level 2 as well. So in this choppy times, it's really pointless and just fakes you out. It's happened to me early in my journey. I'll just be eyeing level 2, and then after a year and a half, I'm like, okay, this just isn't working. And then I heard from some other traders how they approach it, and I'm like, I wish I knew that a year and a half ago. Would have saved me a lot of time and headache. So, yeah. So, hope that is useful. In periods like this just is gonna fake you out. Just follow the pattern, follow the overall trend, the price action, the volume, and that should guide you enough to put yourself in a good position of profit. And then while it's spiking, then start looking at the level 2 to gauge areas of possible resistance, besides using the daily chart and other resistance areas on the chart that you could visibly see. This will give you an idea of if sellers are coming in or not. Maybe it's reaching a resistance level, but there's not much selling going on, and sellers aren't coming in force here. It might give you an idea to hold on some more as we could continue higher. So yeah. What up, what up? How's the walk?
It's good.
Nice. trying not to get encouraged by this price action either. There's no volume supporting the move closer to 5. It just makes me think 5 might hold as a resistance and stuff it. We'll have to see. But it's very stressful seeing this uptrend with not much volume supporting it. Here, we're looking a little better. There's a little bit of volume. If we're comparing it to the previous half an hour that it had, but if we compare it to the morning, you know, it's not that great. Didn't have enough to really push it higher, and it gets stuffed in the low 5s. Key level, whole dollar, half dollar. Psychologically, that's going to be key. And here, you know, got another little bit of another wedge, or whatever you call it. Pennant. Okay, here we go. A little bit of movement. I'm really eyeing the volume here. See if we get a follow through with this price action. It's been a stressful play. Tiny bit of a volume perk, nothing serious yet. You can see here. But once I start seeing some more volume, that's probably when I'll maybe consider adding some more shares into this. Here we go, push it, push it. Come on, baby, 40 more cents. 40 more cents, please. I'm gonna wait on the ad, actually. Might not even add. Okay, we'll get a little bit of continuation of volume here. Let's keep heading higher so it's not selling coming through. Might be bringing my risk up here to 85, 84. Or if it starts cracking this, I might think that's going to just crack VWAP and head lower. But this is some decent buying that's starting to come in, and that is definitely encouraging. A little bit of a breather. Come on, let's break high day. We're 10 cents away. Let's go. Come on, break it to 510s here. Let's go. This is a little bit more relaxing. I really need the volume to continue. I'm not going to be relaxed just seeing this. But ideally now, you know, we get some more buying coming in. If we get the dip, it's going to be on lighter volume compared to the buying. Showing sellers can't really push down the buyers. I don't even need to get to 550. I have my limit order sitting for 50 cents at 546. I really just need 40 something cents here. Less than 10%. Come on. See, now we got a little pullback. See how severe it gets. Volume, nothing insane yet. Let's see. Let's reverse it. Let's go buying. Come on. I like what I just saw. 512, 513. Okay, some selling there, but didn't really weigh it down. Still holding up. more selling coming through, but not much at all. Got about 15 seconds left. I don't think it'll outdo the volume bar that we just had of the previous minute. So we just need to keep holding up. It's not bad. Try to push it. Let's go green. This is looking pretty good right now. Not too bad at all. I'm really exhausted with this spread. Almost 1% spread. A little frustrating having to go back and forth, just playing with my emotions. Okay, tighten it up here a little. I just sit back, relax, and see what order gets touched first, whether it's my stop or my limit order up right below 5.5.
Oh, look at this. Looks like it's starting to work out in your favor, Patty.
A bit, yes. A little bit relieved seeing a little bit of volume come back, but still not.
If this held trend, it failed to break down.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about. I need to get my fucking patience, dude.
I feel you. I feel you.
Keep right back.
It just came out, okay?
See if we can test that higher day, 517.
Always trying. Come on, give me new highs. Hey, whoa, dude. Why are you by my back? Hey, what is this about? Come on, let's do this again. You're going outside. Come on.
I'm not gonna take it for a walk.
Sure.
It's so nice out actually for a walk right now.
The sun is so warm. Hella cold here. At least to me. Okay.
Leave that song.
No, he's here so I can. At least he listens.
Hey, leave him alone.
Let's get some more volume push. Damn it. Must dip. Having a hard time trying to break high day. I remember peaking at the level 2 while it was approaching 515, 514. There was some heavy selling, some heavy sellers there compared to the buyers. So right now it's just going through the dip again. Just letting it consolidate. As long as it's holding trend, holding my stop loss, it doesn't tap that, we're in. Just looking at the like time and sales, it seems like a lot of the buying, at least for the period that I was just looking at it, the size of the buying was a little more than the selling, which is a little encouraging. But you know, Let's see what happens. Volume's fading again here. It is still holding up though. Let's keep holding 5. Coming back against me now. Not looking good. The low volume dip. Down below 5 for a moment here. What time is it? Yeah, there's still some time. 3 hours. BWV. There's that hold. Now we're breaking 6. This might actually be a potential play. This is looking pretty good here now. Damn. Wish I was more patient with the entry. Wouldn't have taken CYN. BWV is coming back.
Damn, I thought about taking a position in this too. Even when I saw it come down and dip, zoom in a little bit. This higher low here when I was holding the 580s, I thought about taking a position.
Now it's just letting it develop around the mid 6s.
Here, I'm gonna take the dog on a walk.
Alright, dude. We'll catch you later. So yeah, we got a 710 breakout on this, 712. So not that far off the highs. We'll see if it does it today, maybe tomorrow. But overall, still holding trend nicely. Very choppy. Volume's coming in. This is the type of volume I'm really looking for on CYN to really give us a push. Something. Some volume that we had in the morning that would really push it up. I'm having a hard time doing that right now. How long have I been in this hour? This thing's very exhausting. It's been about an hour. Okay. A lot longer than I'm typically in a trade for. And usually the longer I'm in it, the more likely I've noticed according to my data, my losses are usually longer trades for some reason. We'll see if this sticks to that pattern, or if we get a reversal here and we just start shooting higher. Keeps holding up. Not much buying on this little bounce here. Very weak. What a boring play. I'm so annoyed with myself for taking this one. Because I much would have rather gotten it here, only being in it for maybe 15 minutes now. It's a completely different story. Would be risking right off the 490s or so, getting in around 5. So now my risk is not much. I'm going to be losing less than $50 most likely on this. If it doesn't work out, yeah, we'll be getting out in the high 80s. It's trying here. We'll see what it does. But that stuff on lower volume near the highs, not that good. Not a great sign. but it is a good sign that it is still generally holding up near the highs. It's not that far off. Just about 4%. I'll ignore BWV too much here. So, talking about this one all day for potential. At first, I was nervous about a red to green move, test the previous high to test the, and then after that to test the low sevens breakout, and then we'll see there if it could test higher, or if it just gets stuffed at that area. Right now, we're holding up decently right now. If we could keep holding the mid sixes here, we'll be looking for a quick push to test 7. Maybe it was a fake out, but we'll reassess how it's doing up around 7, if it's going to be a place to sell your whole position, or sell some and let the rest ride. We'll see, depending the angle. You can always rebuy if it ends up holding, but right now this is giving a nice low volume dip compared to the buying, so this could just make a higher low, keep holding trend. I'm looking for this to be a nice potential play to do what I just said, test 7 and maybe higher. Trying to make higher lows off that 623 double bottom that it made here. This isn't looking that bad. this uptrend here. We extend this line. Trying to crack it here. Yup. Yeah, just as expected. We'll see if this holds up or if I get stopped out here. It continues to head lower. Saw that one coming. Yep. $89 is what I got that at. So I lost 7 cents. Recognize the weakness here. I'm getting stuffed into the high day. Weak volumes generally. Once I realized what I got myself into when I kind of zoomed out here and noticed what I was regarding as a volume bump holding up here compared to what really it was doing early on. There's just so much overhead volume resistance, and right now it's just getting stuffed, and it broke the trend line for now. It could reclaim later on, but right now not looking that great. I'll be willing to rebuy later in the low 5s if it proves itself, but that was a foolish trade of me to take. Just as I mentioned, just no volume really there, and this is another good lesson on a volume and how necessary it is for these plays to really move. Compare it to BWV, which we just saw have a solid move. What did it require? Volume. And here, every time it did have solid pushes, volume continued higher. Like, there wasn't a much bigger drop off. Now the volume comes back, it's matching what it did earlier and more. So that's what we're really looking for on CYN. Just never got it, and there was just bad judgment on my part, not recognizing the weaker volume that I was buying into. We'll see what it ends up doing, but right now I just got stopped out for a quick, what was that, 7, 6, 40 something dollars, $42 loss. Not worried about it. A little disappointing just because I feel like I wasted time and money just staring at nothing and the whole time being antsy about it. So that is frustrating. But next up we got BWV for a potential move. Gonna take a quick little break right now. We'll probably be back. Not quick. We'll probably take like an hour-long break. Just, let plays develop right now. Just like a nasty, not nasty, just a dumb loss here midday. Not proud of it. And it is what it is. Let's see what other plays are moving. Nothing here. Nothing here. We'll see. I'll have my alerts and everything set for this on my phone, but right now I'm a little disappointed with me just taking the trade. There's no point. There's no point. It had some things on the chart that looked nice, it holding VWAP and whatnot, but as long as the volume is weak, I don't know what the play could do. We got volume exhaustion in the morning, and from there we got a bit of a downtrend here. Comes back, just weak volume on the push, and when you got something spiking on weak volume, it shows that there aren't many buying participants continually coming in and propping it up. It's really just choppy going back and forth. That's why I was a little excited seeing the gradual move here with volume, thinking that it could maybe bring in some more, but as you can see, just topped out, didn't do much, went sideways, got stuffed at high day. So yeah, we'll make a video lesson on this one later, after I let my brain sit on it and really get the lessons from it. But right now, the main lessons is volume, and don't be buying if there's no volume. Don't just blindly follow trend. You need volume to accompany the trend as well. So we'll just wrap it up here. We'll be back in an hour. Catch you guys later.